What is going on, guys? Bills are bringing you some fire content on the Fire Dad 18 channel, and you guys won't believe what I'm doing. So, I am not kidding you. I decided to go take a little road trip to memory lane, do the most forbidden thing any MLB The Show player would do, and that is to return to arguably one of the worst MLB The Show games in MLB The Show 18, and just see how much it holds up to MLB 21 or MLB 20. So, I'm looking at this right now, and I'm shook, man. I am completely shook by the screen. For some reason, it looks similar, yet it also looks different to the screen in MLB 20. Look at this, guys. Like, roster update was right here. Nothing really changed, if I'm gonna be honest with you. They still got this forever event going on, where it never ends, and you build squad with team overalls of 99, which is still really cool, but I don't see myself playing this event, so yeah, we're not gonna do that. So this is the freaking like game, I guess. I don't know. I'll show you guys my lineup. MLB 18, it doesn't look any similar, but it also looks really different because you don't see a little red bar right there with prestige. You just see an MLB The Show 18 logo with the stub counter looking different, which you can even press, and it still kind of has that same quick menu and all that. They used to have extra innings. I don't know if they still do. I think they kind of do, but it's not as strong anymore, where you can like do that matchup stuff. Play versus CPU was kind of prominent, but not entirely. But I do remember clicking on the screen the most. I'm about to give you all flashbacks right here. Wait, guys. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, guys. Hold on. Boom. Does anyone remember doing this? When they clicked the away team and they went to Coors Field every time? I sure do, grinding those immortals. That was some of the good old days of MLB The Show 20, or MLB The Show 18. So now I'm showing you guys the squad I had. This is a very different squad screen from what we had in MLB The Show 2019. No longer do we really have a squads tab. You just clicked, you know, and you kind of just went in. I had almost a full immortal squad except for Mike Schmidt. He was the only one I didn't get. He was a 95. So that was the only thing I didn't really get that was perfect in the 99 field. I did have Bob Fellers, the only immortal pitcher. I did have Albert Pujols at first, Yogi Berra at catcher, Brett at third, I think, Chipper Jones, the outfield was pretty good, and an ace. I'm not a fan of this squad personally anymore, considering I didn't even finish the collections this year, guys. I'm not even joking when I say that. Let me show you guys the collections, wherever they are, wherever they may be, right here. I didn't even do them all. I still had like a bunch more to do, so I wasn't even finished. What's also crazy is that they didn't really have their own like sectors with like NL West, NL East. They just had collect this, collect that. It was a very simple process. This is still the same, but this is kind of wild, man. Like, this is just crazy. And oh my god, I forgot this. MLB 18 was the last game to have a ticket counter. The last game ever of MLB The Show to have this ticket counter, where basically the more tickets you earned, the more cards you can get. And you had like these timers where you could purchase them and whatnot. It was so cool. Like, I remember buying this Yogi Berra just from doing it, even though it was a terrible card. But yeah, this was also really cool because it's one of the first years, I think, where MLB actually gave us 125 up, or being the max statistic. So that's pretty cool. I mean, nothing too interesting here other than the ticket counter. Wow, man, that is insane. Forgot ticket counters in this game. And look at this, guys. You got the exchanges where you can do silver to gold player, bronze to silver, common to bronze. Souvenirs, man. These gosh darn souvenirs were the worst thing ever. They took all your stubs and made this game nearly pay to win. I don't know about you, but that's how I felt. Wow, man. It just feels so different playing right now, seeing that screen and all that. So moving on, I'm going to go over to Battle Royale. It's very different in terms of look. I don't know. The same thing still applies, but the flawless rewards are presented a little differently. Yeah, solid change here, I must say. Pretty solid change. Go on to ranked seasons. Yeah, this is very different, guys. Look at this. Ranked season does not end. It still has the same tiers, but overall, it's nothing really too different. I mean, other than like the, they don't have anything above 900 in this ranked season. missions. It's just World Series and that's it. So nothing too new there. The event I already showed you guys. It's it's the same old. They got the 40 win, finest cards, all that blah blah. So let's go on to dailies. Look at this. The way they presented the screen is so wild, man. It feels so weird. It kind of still looks like MLB 16, the show's presentation and all that. It kind of does. And the dailies now, it's just exchanges, but you still see the stats kind of differently. So yeah, daily and crafting is still a thing. That's pretty cool. And god damn, those packs, man. They look ugly as fuck compared to now. So I'm gonna check with the... So we're gonna go to the programs real quick. Look at this, guys. This program screen is so different. Wow. Immortals. I didn't get them all done, of course. There's so many. Jesus Christ. They did still have some really good ones. Like I did manage to get Musial, all the easy immortals from like events and all that. But the ones I did get that you had to grind for were Pools and Jones. Really, they were fun, easy grabs, but also hard. And career arcs, man, they also hit a lot because we had to grind these out to basically get these, and all that started from, I believe it was these, these catcher first baseman programs where you just had to finish these and you basically, grinded. Kind of crazy considering that it kind of had a really cool progression tree. That's, I think, one of the best parts about this game as well. The way they made you progress with, I think, the cards starting from here and then going up to like, career arcs. That's one of my favorite parts of the game by far. The fact that they gave you this kind of progression to getting the best cards by starting out with some not so good cards was probably my favorite aspect. I also do remember from Finest doing these where you had to collect Finest flashbacks, but the funniest thing about this is I kept pulling Max Scherzer. It was pissing me off, guys. I don't know if you remember, but I pulled Max Scherzer like 3 or 4 times and I just got so pissed. It's the funniest thing in my opinion. They also had these time missions which were pretty cool. I mean, nothing too interesting, but they're still fun nevertheless. I enjoyed them. Postseason, Finest, the monthlies, and then the Immortals, which are by far the worst aspect of this game. Making these execution by releasing all of these Immortals, starting from Ruth upward. They released all of them on the same day, which definitely I think made this game way worse because not only did they give you no other cards to grind for, they also just ended it really with that content. They didn't give you too much else other than maybe the Finest. They did try to do stuff with events here with some cards, but they didn't really matter when the only thing worth grinding for were Immortals. So definitely the most controversial aspect, and I personally think they could have done a much better job at executing the Immortals concept because I really like this. Like, come on, doing these kind of missions to progress you was really cool in my opinion. That was really cool. But then releasing all of these in like, one day was kind of crazy. When I feel like they should have done this. They should have released everything below Ruth like once every 2 weeks, maybe once every week if you can. Where you release, say, this Gossage, let people grind for him. Then up another week, add another Immortal. They didn't need to have them all in one day. I did also like the career arcs a lot. I don't remember if they added any, but it was really cool seeing these cards kind of be there. They were really good additions to the squad. And yeah, that was a really cool aspect. So going on, we got collectors now. This was nothing too special. I actually dig the design of this, not gonna lie. You had the Thanksgiving, which basically you had to collect Thanksgiving equipment. I remember that too. You had to do a lot of collecting and you could get these cards, and that was a pretty cool aspect. They even had these collect all hats, collect twins hats. That's pretty sick. Then you had the Team Epics. So Team Epics still kind of remained a part of the game this year. They didn't really give you too much, I think, though. They were kind of like, in many ways, the affinities of MLB The Show 19, of MLB The Show 18 at least. They were kind of the affinities. And so I remember doing the Twins one. I don't even know if I got them. No, I didn't. But basically what we had to do was just grind these missions and they'd give you stats towards those cards. I'm not sure if I could do them now, but I remember doing these all the time. I had the most fun doing these missions. I'm kidding. They completely sucked. And then they had these Conquests. So yeah, in MLB 20 they brought back Conquest Extreme, but I remember playing this, trying so hard to get this Matt Kemp. Also rest in peace, Brian Doshi, retired. I remember trying to grind for this Matt Kemp all the time, but I couldn't do this one. There was this one mission that kept holding me back. It was conquer the Miami Marlins on or before turn 3. This was just so hard, man. I couldn't do that one. That was all luck. It was so hard, guys. I'm not even kidding. That was like the hardest one. So they had these feature stars as well. That was been a thing since MLB 18, with Willie Dames being one of them. I collected them all. It was pretty fun, honestly. Good time. So that's all there really is to programs. That was pretty fun, personally. Just seeing how MLB The Show has really progressed from to MLB 20 is really cool, and how this screen looks so different now. Now we don't really even have these programs. Now we just have first inning, second inning, third inning, and you just do that. They kind of changed it up a lot, and the collections are really more different than they used to be, I think. Now we actually have collections where it doesn't divide them like this. Now you actually do them for each division, where once you collect all of that, you get a division. And I always really liked that, and I'm really glad that was a thing. And yeah, that was very different. Everything is kind of different, honestly. From first inning to ninth inning, there's a showdown screen now. Let me check Conquest, actually. Nah, it's still the same thing, but the only difference with Conquest here is that there weren't like different variations of it. There was just one map, so that is a big difference. I already had beaten Conquest, I think, before that with Conquest Normal. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really see anything too different. They also had the daily matchup, which was really cool, where you basically saw like which I think players did really well or whatever. That's kind of where Inside Edge, I think, goes into play. Yeah, that was really cool. I like that part. And yeah, I didn't really see like the Immortals being a really fun thing to grind either, because they made you exchange so much, and seeing that exchange, I think, is one of the worst. And look at this. You could also do this to earn a 5% bonus by exchanging Team Epic programs, but this in itself can be a little annoying to do. They also had a mission, I don't know if I unlocked this yet with Babe Ruth, where basically, I think it's Ruth the Hurler and the Great Bambino, where you had to get like innings with him in games, but you couldn't even match up with him, which was so hard. And yeah, that was always really stressful about this game. Not a good aspect by far. Alright, I'm back in the user setting right now, and look at this, guys. This feels so weird. I used to have a fishing eye hitting view. I used to have that. Look at the pitching. I used to use meter. All the stuff that I never used is on here. Don't know if I was doing a challenge or what. This screen still is the same. Same with this. Nothing too much changed there. It's just Diamond Dynasty looks super different now. And so yeah, that's gonna do it for this vid. I kind of wanted to do a vid on MLB 18 because I haven't really done one where I played it. I did it with MLB 17. I didn't do it with this game, and I just wanted to see the progression from MLB 18. And gosh, this looks wild, man. This is a completely wild game. So that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, become a member of Dad Nation. Make sure to go follow my Twitch and my Twitter in the link below. And I'll see you all next stream. Take care, everyone. Peace.